Okay, I'm back. Who's ready for like the like I've lost count of how many WooLoops I've done. Need to capture the WooLoop. Here is the WooLoop. Why did everyone simp over that buggy design? I dislike it. I'm not sure. Like I'm not like against it, but I definitely wouldn't like simp over that. You know, I would not call that buggy design like attractive. But I wouldn't say it was bad. Anyway, I don't know. Let's do some food. Who wants to talk about stuff? What does chat want to talk about? While I woo the loop. Or loop the woo. I still don't know how to pronounce the name of this game. I think I just say like WooLoop, but like WooLoop kind of sounds better. But I really don't know. Thinking about it just makes me tempted. Like I'm just gonna go to the Discord and go to the WooLoop chat and ask and be like, how is this pronounced? How does Bridget pronounce it? What does the text-to-speech think? Anyone want to give like 150 channel points to answer that question? I guess if it goes long enough unanswered, I'll do it myself. The way it's like capitalized.
Wow, I love WooLoop. It's such a cool game.
Yeah, it's fucking WooLoop. But like WooLoop or like WooLoop like sounds better and it would make more sense to me. But the way the L is capitalized in the middle of the word and everything just is like it's fucking WooLoop. Like wool is not a part of it. And the text to speech obviously says WooLoop. It's probably WooLoop. That's just not what I would have named the game. Yeah, this is the type of stream I just turn my brain off. And usually just, I don't know, ramble about things. Is it a toaster? I'm making a toaster. There better be food like sticking out the toaster. I'm gonna complain that this is not a food level. This is like an appliance level. Also, WooLoop is coming out with like a Halloween pack soon. And I'm kind of like excited for that. I love like the aesthetic of like just Halloween stuff. Like jack-o'-lanterns and like, I don't know, like freaking like the light that comes from the jack-o'-lanterns, like that candle light. And it's the orange. I don't think it's coming out for another like week or so. I don't know, it's still got a little ways. Eyes cube. Feeny, I know Feeny really likes the emote cube. I feel like it might be spinning a little too fast. I don't remember what I set it at. I might have just made it max because I thought it was funny. But you look like IRL, you're just a cube of eyeballs. That's horrifying. It's horrifying. How do you like exist? You know, like you can't like you say you're a box just covered in eyeballs. You can't like sit on the couch because then you're sitting on a bunch of eyeballs. I guess you could keep those eyeballs closed, but that can't be comfortable. That's like if you had one of your that's like if you wore an eye patch even though you didn't need an eye patch, but like the eye patch like kind of just like smushed into your eye socket. Some of the I can't tell what this is. Some of them are very obvious. This one is not so obvious. I appreciate it when it's not very obvious because I like trying to figure out what it is as I make it. I don't want the game to just tell me what it is. And there's an option to like turn off the level names before you choose. And I always have that turned off. But then sometimes you open the level and you look at it for a second and you're like, oh, that's the Statue of Liberty, of course. Like they don't have to start me they could start me zoomed in to keep, you know, that hidden. But I don't think that's an option. I'm enjoying this level so far. It's a pretty good level. Nothing's like too close together, nothing's like too terribly intricate. The back and forth is kind of fun. Okay, it's getting a little more, like the smaller it gets, the worse it usually is. It's getting a little small over here. It's like a banana and a leaf. I'm gonna assume it's, yeah, I think it's a strawberry. Why is the leaf still on the strawberry? Making like a, oh, it's because it's in like a shopping bag. I was like, am I making like a banana smoothie or something? Like, I mean like a banana split. I don't understand what is a banana split. Like, I know it's a type of ice cream, and it seems like relatively like, oh, everyone's heard of a banana split. But, like, what does it actually consist of? Is it chocolate ice cream? Is it vanilla ice cream? Is it banana-flavored ice cream? And I know it usually has a banana in it. I don't know. I've never had, like, the desire to be like, oh, yeah, this ice cream would be better if it just had a whole banana. Usually my thought is I want to buy a tub of chocolate ice cream and just eat it with a jar of peanut butter. Just smack some freaking peanut butter on top of that and get to work. Chocolate and peanut butter is really good. I'm surprised Feeney enjoys chocolate and peanut butter, because he's like tainted his palate too many times with like fruit on pizza. Like if you like fruit on your pizza and you also like normal things, like that's crazy. Peanut butter is good. It's also like surprisingly like filling. Maybe because it's got like a lot of protein in it or something. Sorry, what on what? Fruit on pizza. Like pineapple? Like pineapple is a fruit on pizza. Like I think there's other fruits people like to put on pizza because they're terrible human beings. I don't know why people I mean, I guess I can understand why people do it, because like obviously they eat it and their taste buds are like, yum yum yum. But I do that and I'm like, ugh. Ugh. I don't like this flavor combination. Motif, what is your opinion on fruit on pizza? Just any fruit. Especially pineapple, I suppose. Tried pineapple on pizza and I was like, why do people like this? Thank you. That's I feel like 90% of my chat members are like, oh man, pineapple on pizza is so good, I love it. I'm like, this has to be like a joke. You'll have to be like joking with me. How do you all like pineapple on pizza? I thought the majority of people hated pineapple on pizza. doesn't add any new flavors. You already have the tomato sauce for acidity. I disagree. Like, I try pineapple on pizza, and I'm like, I can taste the pineapple, and that's the problem. I do not like the pineapple taste with my... Like, I already don't like pineapple that much. And it being on pizza just is... Ugh. Like, it overpowers every other flavor on the pizza, and it just ruins it. Feeny, one of these days we're gonna find like a pineapple coconut pizza and you're gonna lose your shit. It's gonna be like pineapple coconut pizza with like a white sauce and you're gonna be like, ooh, woo, 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 woo. Doesn't sound too bad. I think I would hate that. I don't really like pineapple that much. I really don't like coconut. I prefer red sauce over white sauce. Like, white sauce isn't bad or anything. It's just, I just think red sauce is, it's just better. I like a good red sauce. It's tasty. I don't even know what white sauce is made out of. Because it ain't tomato. Oh, I made a little carrot. And I guess I'm making another carrot. The two genders, tomato and I don't know. Whatever's in white sauce, I guess. I mean, I want to make like the easy joke and be like, oh yeah, the stuff in white sauce, that's semen, that's cum, but another part of me is like, that's such a stupid joke. But I'm seriously like, I'm trying to think of like, what is white sauce made out of? Is it just made out of like cheese? Like, I don't think it's made out of cheese. Like, what is it? Is it like Alfredo sauce? I don't think it's Alfredo sauce either because I really like Alfredo sauce. Does it just taste different when it's on a pizza? Is it not Alfredo? I don't know. I'm just gonna Google it. What is white pizza sauce made of? It's made of milk, salt, pepper, garlic, and Parmesan cheese. The butter and flour serve to thicken the sauce and create a rich Alfredo sauce. Okay, so it is Alfredo sauce. Which is weird, because usually I really like Alfredo sauce. I guess just something about it being on the pizza mixed with other, like, normal pizza ingredients and, like, bread. It's just different. It's different. Why is it different? Why would they do that? Why am I making like a tray of meatballs? Are these? These have to be meatballs. Do meatballs go with carrots? This is I'm making a cactus right now. A very round, not pointy cactus. Walls. Are you enjoying this song? You can blame Other Guy for that. Other Guy made this playlist. I don't even know what that song's from. I'm gonna assume it's a Mario game. Oh, is it Chocobo? How it? I never recognize Chocobo. I really don't. Even though there's like 20 of them on this playlist. Is this another? I was about to say, is this another Chocobo? It's hilarious because other guy put all these Chocobo songs on here as like a joke to see how long it would take it to like annoy me and for me to be like, I guess, bothered by it. But I never recognized the song. You know, I gotta connect like the cover with my little storefront. Whoa. That, I guess that's a melon. That has to be it can't be a friggin' cactus. Okay, is the next one not Chocobo, please? Is this more, I don't even know. Oh, the playlist isn't shuffle. I pressed the shuffle button. Whatever. It's on shuffle now. I want to know how he has so much going on and it still sounds like good together. And he's like doing all of it. In this fucking song. Oh god, my string. My string like clipped into the peg. I was just thinking of how it's like Feeney kind of like, I guess like changed his name and he's like, wow, I changed my name. That's crazy. I got like I rebranded, and I was just thinking of how funny it'd be if I rebranded. I'm like, you know, I really like the word amalgam. I could just be Moon's amalgam.
Joe, I think we've got our viewer
And add a few more like limbs to my VTuber and become a flesh orb that just like. I'm gonna become a meat creature. I'm just gonna moan in pain. That would go so hard though, would it? How long would that like stay like interesting? If I was just a very pained, like disgusting meat creature and just went like like the whole time. I don't even know how many emotions I could convey by doing that. A great Halloween stream. I don't even know what I'm gonna do for Halloween. That might be when I decide to finally watch some I wanted to watch some God, I always forget the word for them. Some like it's like movies that like nobody really they're public, or they're not public access or something else. Yeah, public domain. I wanted to watch some like public domain movies, but I'm worried because like they're public domain and all, but that doesn't mean that the movie won't have like freaking titties in it and get me banned on Twitch. I'm gonna make like Feeney watch them with me, and I'll just sit here and like talk about them with my chat and all. I feel like it could be fun. I still haven't really like tried to, because like I can't watch the movie because I want my first reaction to be on stream. So then I'm just like, I guess I just need to like look up like the content warnings on the movies or something. You don't have to do that, Feeney. It'll be fine. We'll just, I just need to do like a tiny bit of research on, like, does this movie have titties in it? Is this movie public domain, and does it have anything like sexual? I guess. Not like too gory. I don't know. Twitch doesn't seem to care about its like gore as much. Maybe my Halloween stream will just be WooLoop. I'll just do WooLoop Halloween levels. Have a very underwhelming Halloween. But even Day of the Week is Halloween on this year. Is it like a Tuesday or something? Okay, apparently it is a Tuesday, which is crazy that I even remember that. I think I'm like busy on like the 30th. I don't know if I'll stream that day. It is undecided. I've been streaming a lot recently. I'm not even sure how many days in a row I've streamed now. I like took yesterday off. And I don't remember the day, like what other day I took off other than that in recent time. Me and Feeney watched some like movies last time. There was one I would recommend the movie and all, but this is like spoilers for the house Jack built, because that movie I would recommend the movie. The movie was like, part of it was just hilarious, other parts of it were like actually kind of scary and like gory, but I feel like I found myself laughing more than anything. Like I kind of wish I'd like reacted to that and like could post it somewhere, because it was so fucking funny. But at the same time, it wasn't. I don't know. There's like a scene in it where like some like children die, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's not very funny. But like near the beginning of the movie, he like strangles this old woman to death and sits down, and I guess he had like this really major mood swing and he felt really bad about it. And then she like woke back up and wasn't dead. And he was like apologizing to her, like, please, what can I do to make this better? And he's like trying to give her like a drink of water. And she can't like talk because her like neck is broken. And I guess he goes into the other room for something, and she's trying to get up. And he's just like, God damn it. And just grabs her by the neck again and chokes her like to death again. And just winds up stabbing her in the chest. And I'm just sitting there laughing. I'm like, oh my God, wouldn't it be so funny if she just got up again after getting like stabbed in the heart? That would be really fucking funny, because he was so pissed when she tried to wake up and like move around. And I don't know, some parts of that movie were so funny. Like he spent so much time at the house making sure the house was clean, because he had really bad OCD. So he kept like, he'd go out to his car where he had the old lady in like the back of his van, and he would imagine the carpet being moved and there was blood all under it, so he'd have to go in the house and check under the carpet, and even though there wasn't any blood, he would have to clean the area and then clean all the previous areas and go out to his car. He'd imagine like, oh, the painting on the wall, move the painting, there's blood under it, so he'd go in the house, clean under the painting even though there was no blood. He'd clean the whole like living room again, everywhere he checked previously, all over again. And then he kept doing this over and over again until he heard the police coming, and he's kind of just like, oh shit, I gotta go. But then he imagined something else in the house that might have blood under it, so he ran into the house And like there was nothing there. He ran out to his car. The police were right down the road, like asking people, checking things. And he like hid like the body in like some bushes and just sat in his car, waited for the policeman to get to him. And the policeman's just like, oh, hey, you're gonna have to like, you know, get out of your car. Tell me what you're doing here. There was a break-in down the road. We're like looking for who did it, and you're kind of, you know, suspicious out here. But you know, so-and-so down the road said they saw you visiting like the old lady who lives here. How like, you know, what's going on? And the killer is immediately just like, oh yeah, I've been waiting out here for like 2 hours. I came by to like ask her for something, and she said she'd be right back to go get it. And she's been in her house this whole time. I've been waiting here for 2 hours and I haven't seen her again. I've just been waiting for her to come back out. I've knocked on the door a few times and got nothing. So the cop like knocks on the door, you know, tests the doorknob. The doorknob's like fine. The killer is being like really, really weird. He keeps following the cop around, and he's like, oh man, you know, I could help with the investigation. Like here, like, and he like picks up something in the house that I guess he thought had blood under it to make sure there was no blood. And the police officer's just like, sir, put that down. Like, what are you doing? Like, why did you even follow me into the house? Like, get out of here. Just leave. The cop was so done with this guy. He's like, just leave. And so the guy like runs outside to his van. I guess he had he tied the woman up in like a cloth. And he tied the woman up in this cloth, tied the rope to the back of his car, and dragged her all the way home. And it was so fucking funny because it's like, really, like, this is your best plan. You tied this woman's corpse to the back of your car, and now you're leaving a smeared blood trail all the way back to like the industrial freezer you own that you hide all your bodies in. Like, somebody's gonna follow this fucking blood trail all the way back to your hideout and find all of the people you've murdered. What are you thinking? And he went all the way and never noticed the blood trail until he finally parked outside his place. But then, like, you know, lucky for him, it started to like just pour rain. Like it rained and like washed away the whole trail. But just like that whole scenario was just so funny. But then he was like, you know, really relieved, and he's like, oh man, there must be a higher power watching over me. This the like hardest rain I've ever seen. And then he takes the corpse back into his like his freezer, and he likes to do this thing where he poses the bodies to look like they're still alive, and he'll take pictures, and he's like, oh, this is my art. This is what I do. This is my art. And he takes the body back in the freezer and unwraps it, and just the whole like woman's like front end is just like ground off and just gone. And he just like shrugs his shoulders and puts his hands in the air, just like, welp, that's fucked. What do I do now? He's like, oh man, that's a shame. It was so funny. I don't even know if I should have found it as funny as I thought it was. I think me and Feeney were both laughing at the absurdity and just how this guy was like, he didn't know what he was doing at like the start. But as like the movie goes on, he's killed just like dozens and dozens of people. He's killed like over 60 people at this point. He's like so good at it, and he's like so overconfident. He like plans to kill this like young woman, and he's like, yeah, go ahead and shout for help. That'd probably be a good idea. And she's like shouting for help, and nobody's coming to help. Nobody's like turning, like none of the neighbors are even turning their lights on. And he's like, oh man, is that how you call for help? Here, I'll help. I'll show you how you do it. And he starts yelling for help. They both stick their head out the window and shout for help, and nothing happens. And he tries to make this like real big point about it, about how like society sucks and nobody wants to help anymore. I feel like there were a few moments in the movie that like were kind of stupid. Like it feels like he really tried to like whenever he like took a picture of like the bodies, he liked the negatives more because it would reveal like the darkness within the light. Like he looked at like the light bulb in the picture, and it would be completely like blinked out because it's a negative. And for some reason he really liked that. But then they never really built on that at all. They talked about it like the one time, and then it didn't come back until the very end of the movie, where he was in hell, and they showed like the negative of like the lava, and that was it. That was like the end of the movie. And it was just like I feel like they tried to say something and have a little more substance here, but they really didn't know what to do with it. Oh god, I feel like there was like something else that was like similar, where they were trying to go somewhere with something, but it just like didn't work. Or they just like, oh yeah, it was the title of the movie is the house that Jack built. And a lot of points in the movie, it shows that he's like, oh yeah, I've been trying to build this house. I tried making it out of brick, but I didn't like it, so I had it bulldozed. And then he's like, oh yeah, I tried making it out of wood, but you know, I didn't really like that either. I just can't find the right material. I need the right material to build my house. And I think halfway through the movie, I kind of realized, I'm like, oh, he's gonna take all of these corpses that he's been accruing in his freezer, and he's going to build a house out of them. He's going to use the corpses to make a house. And that's what that's what ends up happening. And he makes the house, and he kind of just like goes inside of the house, and there's a hole in the floor. Like I'm not giving like the full details. I'm trying to be a little more concise than that. But he kind of just like goes inside the house now. The cops are at his door. There's a hole on the floor. There's a weird man leading him down there. He goes down there, and he just gets led into hell. That's just what happens. The old man just kind of appeared and kind of seemed to have just know him and led him down to hell, as he can like confess all his sins. And that's kind of like how the movie takes place, is from like this narrator's perspective a lot of times. But it's just, I don't know, like the whole house thing, like there didn't seem to be any point to it. Like they never explained why this guy, like it was just his dream to be an architect. Like he wanted to build a house so much, but he had to be an engineer. Like his like mother made him be an engineer, but he's like, I always wanted to be an architect. But now I got like a huge inheritance and I can finally build the house I wanted to build. But then like he could never get it right, and into the movie he's like, oh, I finally got to build that house. Hell yeah. And it's just like, okay, that was I'm happy for you. What was the whole point of the house? There didn't seem to be a point in that. But I don't know. Overall, I think the movie was really. It's obviously, I think it's good. I've been sitting here rambling about it. I've lost track of how long I've been rambling about it. God, I like that movie, but it was not the best movie. I think like As Above, So Below was also a pretty good movie. Like a lot of the scenes in it were just really cool. Some of like the ideas and just how they were. I don't know, like show. I don't know. It was cool. Like a lot of that movie was like, okay, this is stupid, or it doesn't make any sense. But some of it was like, I don't know, like the good parts I think outweighed the bad parts. You just ignore some of that stuff and have fun with it. Feeny, you've been picking good movies to watch. I've been enjoying the movies. Feeny picked both of those movies. I just picked fucking, what was it, Cloverfield? I think it was Cloverfield. It was kind of like a found footage film. Only like I think it was set in New York, from the perspective of you know, just kind of just some random guy that happened to have a camera. And like a kaiju level monster just shows up in New York and is just like destroying buildings and just taking out the Statue of Liberty. It freaking, like, the first thing it did was it tore the head off the Statue of Liberty and like threw it across the city. And then it like took out the bridges to like escape the city, which I feel like is insanely smart of it. I feel like those things would have had to have been on purpose. And then it started like making babies, and I guess if one of the babies, like, they were kind of harmless. Like they showed a few encounters with them, and just like the normal people without any real weapons just were kind of able to fight them off. But if one of them bites you, I think you like turn into one of them. You exploded. I forgot about the exploding part, because they don't show it too much. I guess they kind of hinted at someone like behind a curtain at one point or something, where they're like, oh yeah, this person got bit and they exploded. And then there was another, like, I don't know, it made me think that they turned into the monster because they discovered one of the girls in like the main group that we're following had got bit, and they kind of just like drag her away and you never see her again. And I'm like, if she, like, I guess like obviously like if she's gonna explode, you want to get her out of here. But the way they were like so like panicked made me think that she was gonna turn into one of those things and start biting people, and then there would be some weird zombie outbreak. But they learned she got bit and they like threw her out, I guess. So I've just been rambling about these movies because I'm like, I guess that's just what I've been doing recently. So I've just watched all these movies. I watched like the Princess Bride 2 again. No, yeah, I was about to correct myself. The Princess Diaries 2. There is no Princess Bride 2. I'm kind of glad. It'd probably be terrible. I watched the Princess Diaries 2 again for the first time yesterday in like who knows how many years. I feel like I grew up with that movie and I really liked that movie. And then I rewatched it and I'm like, yeah, this is just kind of like a really kind of a bad chick flick. I wouldn't call it like, I don't know what a good chick flick is. It's just what you'd expect from like a chick flick. I made Feeny watch it. I still am not sure if Feeny even really liked it. I don't know, like Feeny, I don't know. Feeny, did you like the movie? Okay, Feeny said it was alright. I don't know, there's a few moments in that movie that I think are good. If I can even think of any off the top of my head. I don't know, it's just, oh god, it just reminded me, the actor for Gimli in the Lord of the Rings movie plays like a pretty prominent character in that film. He kind of plays like the antagonist. And it's just, it was like so like bizarre to me to learn that that was Gimli, because he doesn't, you know, Gimli in Lord of the Rings, like the actor has like so much like, I don't know, just like dirt on his face all the time, and like that huge beard and his like his short stature and his helmet, like it's so hard to like see the actor underneath all of that. So when I saw like the actor in this movie, I didn't recognize him at all. And then like he was mad a lot of times in the movie and would like talk in such a way it sounded so familiar. And I'm like, who is this voice actor from? That sounds so familiar. I looked it up and I was like, oh my god, he played in every single one. He was fucking Gimli. And then like I couldn't like not hear Gimli whenever this guy would like yell at people, because he just sounded exactly like him. And then like Stan Lee was in the movie too. He played like a very short cameo where like they're bringing him in to like, I guess like sit down at the wedding, and he just like says some weird off comment about how much he likes the Three Stooges and makes like a funny sound. And the person escorting them is just kind of like, yeah, that's nice, Grandpa. Let's go take our seats. And he's just like, woo 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 woo. And it's always kind of funny to see Stan Lee kind of just like appear in movies. I don't know, he always just seems to play like the weirdest old man in the movie, you know? Like he's always like, it's like when he was in like the Spider-Man movies, he just like he just looks at Spider-Man and he's just like, oh man, you two are my favorite couple. And it's like, you know, Peter Parker is just kind of like, what are you talking about? Like, do you know me? He's either always plays like the character that just seems to be like breaking the fourth wall a little bit, or he's like, I think he was in God, was it the Guardians of the Galaxy movie that he was in, that he was just seen at like, you just see him at like some bar or something, and he's just like raking in the women. Either he plays some weird fourth wall break character, or he's just like raking in the women. I think he was in it might have been one of the Avengers movies. It might have been like Age of Ultron. He was in it very shortly there, where he was just like at the bar and he saw Thor and saw what Thor was drinking, and he's like, yeah, give me some of that. And Thor's like, no, this was not made for mortal men. You cannot handle this alcoholic beverage, and you know, Stan Lee's like, oh man, I freaking like fought in a war, I can handle it, and then like Thor gives him like a tiny little amount and hands it over, and then Stan Lee it just clips to Stan Lee like walking away just absolutely wasted, which is so funny. I don't know how to explain it. He always seems to have played like just like that character, if that makes any sense. And I feel like it's obvious, but I'm not trying to say that's like a bad thing. I'm recanting on it in a very I enjoyed those roles. I remember like looking at his like IMDb because I wasn't sure who he played in the movie, and I hadn't gotten to that point yet. I'm like, it says he's in the movie. Who did he play? And I think he was just credited as like, you know, Stan Lee played like the Three Stooges fanatic or something like that. And I'm like, who? Like, who did he play? Until I got to the point and I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. But I saw that like they're gonna have him in some like upcoming movies, and I'm like, I don't know if I like that. Like, I understand that y'all like enjoy him being in every, you know, his little cameo in each one of your movies, but like he's, you know, he's gone. It's kind of weird to like have someone who is gone in your movies. Some may say disrespectful. Like that makes me wonder. Like, do you think Stan Lee was like, oh yeah, when I die, I give you permission to use my likeness in all of these movies? Like, is that like a thing he did? I've never heard word on that. I'm still just rambling about nonsense, huh? It's getting hot in this room. Turn the fan on. I have like the window open. What temperature is it? Check the temperature outside. It's like 60 degrees. Actually, hold on. It's gotta update. That was from now. It's 56 degrees, and I have the window open, and it doesn't feel like it's working. Beanie, is there any movies you want to watch? I think it's your turn to pick a movie. Yeah. We could watch what? What's Hot Fuzz? It's a movie? Like, who plays in it? Are there any, like, what's like the particular reason you wanted to watch Hot Fuzz? Just a silly movie. You're not gonna pick another horror movie. You did mention the other day. I think it's funny how it's like you're making me watch all these horror movies, and I'm like, I want to watch The Princess Diaries too. Yeah, and Barbie. We watched Barbie. Barbie was amazing. I think I was like pissed off at Kent for like the whole movie. Like, you just kind of like, I don't know. This is spoilers, I guess, if you're worried about that. But You just get like a really annoyed at Kent for like the whole movie, because you see what he's like starting to do and like what's happening to him, and you're like, oh god, no, don't do it, man. And then he does it, and then you're just like, god damn it, Kent. Or Kent. I keep calling him Kent. His name is Ken. I wonder where like the company that makes Barbie got the name Ken. Is that a real name? Because I don't think Barbie was a real name. Like they kind of, I think they played off the name like Barbara or something, didn't they? They never explained where they got the name Ken. Football. I like the football. I like how the I guess it was just to like make it look pretty. Cause like I'm like some of this is sliced and some of it isn't. So I'm looking at the apple and I'm like, you know, it'd be really nice if that apple was sliced. Maybe it's not sliced because this is supposed to be like, you know, it's just the fruit bowl you leave in the, you know, in the kitchen. That's where the fruit lives. And then it's like, no, the oranges are sliced, and that's a watermelon back there. This is obviously just for you know, somebody made it to take a picture of. I like overthinking things. Hee hee. That's just what my brain does. I might end the stream soon. I think I'll end the stream soon and watch Hot Fuzz with Feeney. I feel like I've heard of that movie before. Like I've definitely heard of the movie, and I'm just like, I don't know what that is. I feel like even like other guy has like recommended that movie. But now I gotta think about a movie to make Feeney watch in return. Feeney, what other movies do you want to watch? You don't know. But I need an idea for a movie. Maybe I'll just make you I'll make you watch like 4 episodes of One Piece. Four episodes of One Piece kind of makes a movie. Or at least the same around same time frame. I think, what was it? The House that Jack Built was like a 2.5 hour movie. Like I felt like I wasn't like upset the movie kept going. I was more just surprised. I was like, this is a long movie. Most movies are not 2.5 hours. Some are even 3. You know, most movies are like an hour and a half. You know, some kids movies are like an hour long. Hi, what are you playing? I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just like cooling down with some WooLoop. I played Inside. Almost forgot the name of the game I just played. I played some Inside, and games like that hurt my brain because my brain is small. Now I'm just playing a little WooLoop. Keep getting distracted by, I guess, nothing, and turning my string the wrong way. Almost did it again. Same, yeah. Puzzle games are hard. Puzzle games are hard. It was so many times in that game where like other guy in my chat would just be like, "Girl, please," and I'm just like, "I'm sorry, I don't see what to do." And then I go back over there and I try like it's like it'll be something like I tried to pick it up or move it in some way, and it wouldn't let me do it. And then I'd go back, and it would suddenly let me do it. And I'm like, I swear to you, I tried moving this. Like, I swear to God, I did. Pea-sized brain, yeah, that's me. I got the pea brain. I can only handle plain WooLoop. And like Liza P. I like Liza P. Your name Arcane Moonlight always makes me think of like the Moonlight Great Sword from all the Souls games. Didn't they I think they even put that sword in like Bloodborne, didn't they? Like FromSoft really likes like that sword. What your name is based on. Yeah, I guess that's kind of why I brought it up. It kind of reminded me of it. I was a little suspicious. from Bloodborne. You think we're gonna get a Bloodborne port one of these days? I know there's like a lot of people that are like really hopeful, but from what I understand, like I think, is it like Microsoft that owns like the rights to Bloodborne now? Like I think I heard recently that Microsoft didn't seem interested in doing anything with Bloodborne. Apparently they're just like focused on other things. Is this just like the Earth? Where do I... Oh, here it is. Didn't see the beginning. Thinking about Bloodborne just makes me think of Liza P. I think if I had to choose between like Bloodborne and Liza P, I'd rather play Liza P. It's Sony exclusive, no? Oh, then it might be... It might be Sony. I don't know. I didn't remember who owned it. Whoever owns it. Whoever is the owner of the thing is apparently, I hear, focusing on other stuff, and it doesn't appear to be interested in Bloodborne right now. Which, I mean, like, things could all... I don't know. I mean, I'm just, like, I feel like I'm just talking on my ass. Like, I'm, like, talking as though I know, but I don't know. They don't care. Wah. I mean, they must not care if it hasn't happened yet. When did Bloodborne come out? It's still insane that never got a PC port. Like how does a game like that not get a PC port? I feel like that game was like a huge success and people love it. People still love it. Like there's games like Final Fantasy 16, which I feel like I've heard that it was a bit of a flop and people didn't care for it much, and that's still getting a PC port. I'm gonna play that game. Like I've seen enough gameplay of it. I'm like, this looks like fun. Maybe in 5 to 10 years, when the PS4 is a historical artifact, it might get a reboot. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, they did like kind of. When did Demon Souls come out? Or Demon Soul? Is that plural? When did that come out? Because that got kind of a like a remaster, not too terribly long ago. But not when like the PS5 came out. I think it released with that, close to it. Those are the best strings in the game right there. Sonic can double troll and do a PlayStation exclusive remaster. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. I think that's like, isn't that like the only thing keeping consoles alive are like exclusives? The only thing keeping consoles alive are console exclusives, and I guess people who don't want to like bother with like, I guess, getting a computer. Like, it's a lot easier to just buy a console. PlayStation has no games. That's probably true. Because I know like Vinesauce, like, you know, Vinny bought a PlayStation just so he could play Final Fantasy 16, and I don't think he's really done anything with it. Like, he's like, yeah, I bought this because Square Enix gave me a copy of the game. I wanted to be able to play it, and now he just has a PS5, and he's like, he doesn't really know what else to do with it. I think he might have played Dreams on it because I guess they ported Dreams to the PS5. Other than that, I can't think of anything else he's used that thing for. I guess there's probably like some like football game, like Madden, some nonsense racing game, like you know, the sports games that probably get put on it once a year. Play those on it. And I think I think the coolest thing about like if Bloodborne got like, you know, ported or remastered or something, it'd be like I would be like front row seat to watch and see what the modding community like would be rolling out. Like I feel like Lies of P, like there hasn't been anything too crazy with Lies of P, but I guess it's still pretty early. And the game's like already so real, it's so good. Like I'm not even sure what you would need to do other than like, you know, like the simple obvious things like being able to like break apart and assemble boss weapons. I think like the one mod I have is the FOV mod. What is this? Is this a Wikipedia that says all the PS5 only games? Following 11 pages in this category out of 11 total. Does it mean 11? Yeah, it's just 11 titles. Astro's Playroom. I'm dying. Astro's Playroom, The Dark Pictures, Switchback VR game bad. Bleh. It's a freaking VR game. Demon Souls. Destruction All-Stars. God, it sucks that they freaking made the Demon Souls like PlayStation exclusive. That sucks. Final Fantasy. Oh, this can't stay. I really doubt this is going to be PlayStation exclusive forever. The new Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's probably going to come to PC eventually. Probably in like another freaking year. Horizon Call the Mountain. Maybe it's because that's a PlayStation only game that I haven't heard anything about it. Like I think there's like one streamer I kind of watch who talked about that game like a year or two ago and how excited they were for it and how they were going to play the hell out of it, but they haven't played it. I guess they're waiting for it to come to PC or something. I don't know. There's Marvel's Wolverine, which I don't know if that's new or anything. I haven't heard any, like this is my first time hearing about this. I go to the page and it just like goes to the wiki page about the Wolverine and not the game. So I'm just like, I don't know what this game is. Rise of Ronin. Just looking at like the cut, like I'm just assuming this is a Souls-like. It's also not out yet. Spider-Man 2. I've heard really good things about Spider-Man 2. People seem to be liking it. Stellar Blade. I don't know what that is. It's an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Shift Up and published by Sony. It's okay, that's also not out. So a lot of the games that are going to be PlayStation 5 only games aren't even out yet. Like Marvel's Wolverine, Rise of Ronin, Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth isn't out yet. That's like at least half of the games already. I don't have a PS5. I'm gonna cry. It'll be fine. Just wait. Just wait a couple years. If you discount the timed exclusive, there's only like 4 games. That's hilarious. Yeah, because some of those are not going to stay exclusive. Like, there's no way that Spider-Man's going to stay exclusive. I don't trust the Final Fantasy game to stay exclusive. $500 Netflix machine. Only reason I buy a PS5 is for Demon Souls. It's so weird that that's like an exclusive one. Like, I guess it's just weird to me that like any game would be exclusive. To be fair, Astro's Playroom is pretty good. I've heard that it's good. If I get a job, the first time I'm getting is a Spider-Man PS5 bundle. Are those gonna... I feel like that's something that would just like, you know, sell out quickly. Are those gonna be available in the future? God, when I get a job, the first thing I need to do is fix my damn car. My power steering is dying. Like, I believe what's wrong with it. I took it to a mechanic and paid them $100 to do like a temporary fix, and the temporary fix is kind of run out. So since I took it to them, like I know what the problem is. There's like God, I forget what the part is called, but there's some weird part in there, and they're like, yeah, we're pretty sure this part's leaking, and because it's leaking, it's pulling in air into your system and causing your power steering not to work. So I've just been driving with no power steering, and it's kind of miserable. Like on the normal road, you don't have to I don't have to turn the wheel hard enough for it to like really matter. Like I don't notice the power steering not working, but when I'm like in a parking lot or trying to like turn out onto the road, there's like this one particular part, like when I'm like leaving, it's like I think it's like a 180-degree turn. And that's like fucking impossible. I hate turning there. Oh my god, aliens. Get a horse. I don't think I could afford that. That sounds like a lot of upkeep. Like I'm gonna have to get like, I don't know, like a fenced-in area for it to live in. I'm gonna have to like have food for it. I'm gonna have to like make sure it gets like exercise. Like, don't they have those like big like weird metal things they tie their horse to, so it kind of forces the horse to walk so it gets exercise? Horses don't get maintenance problems. I don't know. It is a living creature. There's probably like a lot of stuff you might not have to like pay to get it fixed. You don't have to pay to get the horse fixed, but you gotta, take care of it like a pet, which is like a whole nother ordeal. Watched a video of a guy showcasing a self-driving car, and it was so stressful. I imagine it would be really stressful. I think there was like a streamer I watched. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter if I still watch. The point is, I heard someone talking about their self-driving car, and I think it took them a while to get used to it. Like how bizarre it is that the car is driving itself. But after a while, they're just like, oh man, this is like the best thing ever. Like they're just like, I can just be like as lazy as I want. I tell the car where I want to go, and I just pull my freaking phone out and just do whatever I want. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd ever feel like that comfortable. Like, I don't think I would ever feel that comfortable in a self-driving car. Like, I would have to at least be like looking around and be like, I have my foot ready to hit the brake. I do not trust this car. I don't trust other cars. That's another thing, is you can't trust other cars. Like, somebody could easily just like pull out and freaking like T-bone you. And if you'd been like looking yourself, you might have seen them start to pull out, and you could have like swerved out of the way and been fine. But I don't like, what if your car doesn't see them and your freaking car gets hit, and then you got to deal with a freaking wreck? It's all right 90% of the time. It still messes up sometimes, and you got to take control. Yeah, I guess you better be paying attention then. You're gonna be like on your phone, zoned out, watching freaking TikTok, and your car is gonna be blinking red lights at you like, panic, panic, panic! Please take the controls. Please take the controls. There's an obstruction ahead. I'm like, oh, something's stuck under my wheel. Please take control. And you like pull your car over, and it's a fucking grandma, and you're just like that's another thing that I don't understand. Say you're driving yourself, like you're driving your self-driving car. You're in your self-driving car. It's taking you somewhere, and it runs somebody over, or even just runs into another car. Whose fault is that? Because I think the obvious thing is like it's your fault. Like your car hit them, but like you my defense would be like, I wasn't driving. Like the car, like like it's a faulty car. Like it shouldn't have run into that person. The car should have stopped at the red light. Why didn't it stop at the red light? And now I've rear-ended someone. That wasn't my fault. That was the fucking car. But I guess the easy solution is just like, it's your car, you're at fault. But that just seems, I don't know, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, obviously that's the solution, but at the same time, I think if that happened to me in my self-driving car, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, I bought a self-driving car, so stuff like this wouldn't happen. And then it happened, and it wasn't even my fault, and now I'm just annoyed. the new Teslas have a camera in the car to check if you're looking at the road. It'll automatically pull over if you're not paying attention. I'm gonna get like a mannequin. I'm gonna get like a mannequin and set it in my lap and take a nap. Also, I wonder about like other things about the self-driving car, because where I live, there's this like 4-section stop, you know, like it's like a 4-way stop. But recently, one of the stop signs got stolen, so now there's not a stop sign on one of the ways. So now I'm wondering, like, what happens if your self-driving car goes through there? Do they like? Is it gonna be like, I don't even know how they work. Do they have like, I guess like a memory of like, but like, oh, I've been told that there's 4 stop signs here, so I'm gonna stop. And like I just have like a map uploaded in me. Or do they like look around and see, be like, oh, there's a stop sign, I'm gonna stop. Like are they like, you know, like the stop sign's been stolen, but you're supposed to stop? What is your car doing in that situation? Is your car gonna run into someone because they were supposed to stop, but they didn't see the stop sign because it was stolen? What happens? Get Feeney to sit in your lap and look at the road while you watch Netflix. I feel like at that point a cop, like surely at that point a cop would just pull me over. I guess that just raises another question. What happens if a cop's trying to pull you over and your car is self-driving? Like, I guess the solution is to you take control and pull over the car. But it would be interesting to be like, oh yeah, we tried to like program the car so if you're getting pulled over, it pulls over for you. But it didn't really work because it heard and saw the sirens and it pulled over even though it just, you know, in the vicinity of the car meant to be getting pulled over. Streaming on Twitch and driving at the same time. Hell yeah, that's why I'm getting one of those new Teslas. I need that self-driving car. Other guy's been like jokingly telling me to do a freaking road trip stream like in the past. Can finally have the road trip stream. Either that or like I guess Feeney will just be in charge. We'll just plug my computer up to like the car battery. And I don't know, get like a freaking we'll use like cellular data. We'll connect my computer to the cell phone data. Or actually, I think, can't you just stream straight from your phone? I think you can like open your phone and just click like the go live button. Use all my mobile data to stream me driving down the road. For some reason that reminded me that I had this really stupid idea I wanted to do for like a Halloween video. But part of me really wants to do it, and another part of me like doesn't want to do it. Because I think it would be so funny because I want to make like a compilation of like top 5 scariest ghost videos. You'll shit your pants. But then like each one of the instances is just like purposefully just like super fake and like bad. It's like it'll be something like, you know, like they use like fishing line or something similar to like pull cabinets open and slam doors shut. Only I'm just gonna use like a rope or like a really noisy chain and have somebody do that. I think my don't freaking hit me. I'm trying to think. I think my, oh god, this text-to-speech.
There's a video where the police pull over a driverless car and it's really funny. They look really confused and the car keeps trying to drive away.
Okay, that does sound like a really good video. But as I was I think my number one, I was thinking about, I didn't really want to do this because I'd have to like show my car in a video, but I wanted to like make it be like I'm recording as somebody like dressed as a ghost gets in my car and drives away, and I'm just like, a ghost fucking stole my car. Oh my god, like a ghost stole my car. Oh my god, and just be like, just like freak out about it and like try to chase it down the road, because I feel like, you know, a big gripe I've seen in a lot of these ghost, like, you know, fake, I don't believe in ghosts, so I'm just gonna say fake ghost videos are just like, oh, obviously, like, they're using fishing line here. Obviously, this is just video editing. Oh, this is so ridiculous. Why do the ghosts just, like, all they ever do is open and close cabinets or, like, push shit around? Why don't they do anything, like, super crazy? So I thought if my number one was just a super fake video of my car getting stolen by a ghost, that would be... Oh, God, I still want to do that. That'd be so fucking funny. Number one. Oh, my car got stolen by a ghost. Oh, it's so, I want to do it so bad. But another part of me is like, I don't want to show my car on stream, or like not even on in a video. Like, obviously I'd cover the license plate, but just, I don't know, people are gonna know what kind of shitty car I drive, and they're gonna find me. They're gonna see like the, stop spoiling the, but I don't even know if I'm ever gonna do this. And if I do this, like, hopefully there's people that aren't here right now that are gonna see it. I'm just talking about it, so maybe someone will like talk me into doing it. 100 followers, stop being paranoid. I don't know. I can't just stop being paranoid. I'm paranoid. There, I finally did that hydrate, Leilani. But God, I'm like worried I'm gonna show like the I'm gonna show like the area in front of my house. Like I'm not gonna show my house, but you know, you'll see the area in front of my house and the surrounding houses. And it's like, I'm like scared somebody's gonna like that alone will be enough to find my exact location. And then I'm gonna be like, shit. Why did I do this? It is funny, do it. Simple logic. That is some pretty good logic. That is some good logic. God, I want to do it so bad though. Like but then we can collectively track you down. God, I guess if I do it, like I'm gonna have to like actually edit the video. Like I've never actually like sat down to edit a video. Like I would have like several clips that needed to be editing and needed edited together, and like I don't know, I'm just imagining just like us really stupid shitty splash screen, and it's just like top 5 scariest ghost videos. And then it just, you know, counts up from 5 and each one's just like number 5. And then it's just the most obvious, like, rope pulley shitty system. Are you offering to edit it, other guy? If I make all of this and like send it, like if I send you these like 5 shitty clips, are you offering to edit them together? That would be a big help to convince me to do it. It'll be like the pizza video. Does the pizza video even still exist? The pizza video was so... I'm trying to remember what happened in that video. Oh, or the Rip Moons model video. That one was... Pizza video was gone. I can't believe you got rid of the pizza video. I think it'd be really funny just to upload something like really shitty and bad like that to my YouTube channel. Oh, thank you, Arcane Moonlight. Thank you. What you? Freaking snail. Still don't like the idea because every time I get turned into a snail now, it just makes me think of like how snails kind of just have like one foot, and I don't like to think of them as having like a singular foot. That's kind of gross because it's like it's not even a foot. Glad you're excited that there's a snail. Escargot is delicious. I've never had it, and you no, no. Delicious snail membrane. Game looks very relaxing. It is kind of like the exact reason I played it today, because I just played like the puzzle game, and now I'm like, I didn't want to like end my stream, but I didn't know what else to like. I didn't know if I had the energy to do anything else too interesting. Kind of just been sitting here rambling about nonsense. I think like earlier I explained like the plot of like half of a movie because I enjoyed it. Streamed this game for like 70 hours. Here, how many hours do I have in this game? Come on, Alt-Tab. I have 60 hours in this game, and just about all of those hours were on stream, yes. I think the only reason I'm even like comfortable streaming this game, or I guess even just like the fact that like the reason I started streaming this game, I didn't plan on streaming this game, and then like a friend of mine was like in a Discord call with me and was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just playing WooLoop," and they wanted to know what it was, and I screen shared it to them. And they were like, "Wow, this is really relaxing. You should stream this." I'm like, "Who's gonna watch this?" But I guess also people like the interaction. I can kind of just stop whenever I need to and look at chat and talk. And we can listen to Temporary Secretary. And I'm just like looking back up in chat a little bit and seeing like the Escargot comment. I'm just like, don't they like steam the snails alive? Isn't that kind of fucked up? Like I feel like anything like that where you like cook an animal alive is like kind of fucked up. Like I remember seeing a video of someone, I guess they were like cooking like crawfish or something, like I don't remember what they were cooking. They were like little shellfish that they were catching, and they had like a conveyor belt that they would put them on, so they would like slowly move towards the boiling water and have to watch the one in front of them like get boiled alive before they too got dumped into the boiling pot. And I'm just like, I understand there's like the argument of like we don't even know if they're like conscious enough to understand what's happening, but I'm still just like, that is like so like just inhumane, you know, when you're talking about like, oh, I just like to watch them suffer. I just like to imagine them watching their friend die and then they die and they can't do anything about it. Like, is that not the definition of inhumane? Like, I think about the snails getting like steamed alive, and I'm like, I don't want to be steamed alive. That's fucked up. Like, I think there's that video where it's supposed to feel like a joke, but I guess I take it too seriously, because it's like somebody like comes into a kitchen with a lobster and like sets it down, and I don't know, he like I forget where the like exact disconnect is, because he's like, okay, we're gonna cook for like Jimmy, let's like, you know, let's begin. And the guy's just like, oh, okay, and he grabs a knife and like cuts the lobster's head off, and then the guy that, you know, brought in the lobster was like, oh, let's make a sandwich for Jim. And then he's like, realizes like, you know, the joke is, I'm not delivering it well at all, but the joke is the like Jimmy was the lobster and they were just gonna like make him a sandwich or something. And then he's horrified because the actual chef was like, no, I chopped the lobster's head off. He's dead. And it's like, that's just like sad. That's just fucking sad. You killed the guy's fucking like pet lobster, and the lobster was like couldn't even like save itself, you know? It might not be like sentient enough to like realize, oh, my head's about to be chopped off, but it's still just like, I can't help but think of like being in that situation myself, and I'm like, that's kind of fucking terrifying. I think that's the reason why I don't like a lot of like alien movies. Like I remember watching I think it was like a newer remake of like War of the Worlds, and people are just getting like freaking juiced and used as fuel just in front of other people's eyes, and it's like, that's gonna happen to me. Have you seen the Rayman cartoon? I've not like watched it, but I've seen like a few screenshots that have been like passed around on the internet that just don't seem to have any possible explanation. Like there's one where like Rayman is like eating sushi off of this like naked furry, and it's just like, what is happening? I've never played Rayman or like really, you know, anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that's like a kid's game, isn't it? Like the game was for kids, and now they have Rayman eating sushi off of like naked cowgirls. Just all these like, you know, just what? Just what? Remember a few weeks ago when I talked about the foreign animator who's animated for Invincible and the Superman show? Oh boy, they animating for the Rayman cartoon. Were they the lead on the Rayman cartoon? That was him. Oh, I mean, I guess they got the right animator for the job. But cowgirl, I'm not like against the cowgirl. I'm just baffled by the cowgirl. I'm just like, how did we get here? How did we go from kids game to kids game character eating sushi off of a naked woman, a naked furry woman at that? How did we get here? I haven't seen the show, but I'm definitely planning on watching the show. I forget the name of the show. Feeny probably remembers. Feeny said it might be called Captain like Laser Sparks, which sounds like a stupid name. A Laser Hawk? I guess that sounds less stupid than Laser Sparks. It's the same team that did the horny show you watched the trailer for. Oh yeah, that was a while back now, huh? I'm not even sure if I like remember what happened in that trailer. P. Poodoo and the Super Fuck Friends. Yeah, who like green-lighted that idea? Who, like, I don't know how like any of this works, what like executives go into like choosing like what shows, be like, oh yeah, somebody had a great idea for a show, boss. Here, let me pitch it to you. It's called P. Poodoo and the Super Fuck Friends. The French? I don't know. Like, I understand the answer is the French did it, but I also, like, I'm not quite sure what that means. Like, I feel like many people have the capacity to let that go through. Who was it that let South Park happen? Who let that show exist? I'm mainly just looking for something to blame the Americans on. I want to blame the Americans on for some bad TV. Moon's hate of South Park comes back. I can't fucking help it. I've talked about the one scene I've seen, and I can't unsee that scene, and it's like the worst thing I've ever witnessed. And I'm like, this show seems like crap. It seems so bad. And the whole show, I think, is just built around being offensive to anything you can think of. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like something I want to watch. That's not. It's not. How is it not? That's how I've heard it described. Like, I think I've even brought up to that description to other people, and they agreed. They're like, oh yeah, that's how it is. The show is extremely offensive to everybody and anybody, and it's just that's just what the show is. It's just a huge fuck you to everybody and everything that exists. And that's offensive humor, but that's not the point of it. Okay, what is the point and like the life lesson we learn at the end of like the WoW episode where the dude like diarrheas on his mother's face because he's too like freaking engrossed in his video game to go to the bathroom? Like, where does that go that makes it like acceptable and like fun to watch? I want to get you to watch the whole episode. But I don't want to watch the whole episode. Because then I'm gonna have to see that scene again, and it'll be fresh in my mind. It's like it's already like burnt in there, but it might just be like slowly fading. Like, you're gonna bring it back. My PTSD is going away, other guy. Leave me be. It's the most acclaimed episode of the show, the highest rated episode of an animated show in history. It can't, like... Oh my god, now that you're, like, saying these things, I feel like I'm gonna have to watch it one day. Just to prove to myself that it can't be that good. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, there's no way it can be that good. And I guess I'll just have to see for myself. Maybe I'll even record my reaction to it, and I'll like just pop that on YouTube one day. They collabed with Blizzard for it, yeah, but Blizzard sucks. Is that supposed to make me like it more? Now I'm more against it. Blizzard sucks. Blizzard hasn't done a good thing in like a decade. Maybe longer than that now. I don't know. Blizzard is... No. Are they even in there? Wasn't like BlizzCon a thing? I feel like I haven't heard of BlizzCon in a few years. Are they still doing BlizzCon episodes from like 2006? Oh, so that's like a... I guess when Blizzard was still good. I guess they would have to have collabed with Blizzard if they're just using WoW's name, you know? Which is another thing that just baffles me is like imagine being one of the Blizzard executives and seeing like that scene that I mentioned and what happens and just being like, yep, I give this the green light. Throw this on the tube. Remember my dad hated South Park and refused to let me watch it. One night we watched that episode and he really liked it. He still hates the rest of the show. God, it can't be that good. It just what? Okay. Okay, you've like convinced me enough. I guess one day when I have like nothing better to do and I'm feeling insane, I'll record myself watching it and I'll put it on YouTube and you can do a little watch along. You can do a little watch along with how I felt about the episode, and maybe Feeny can be there too if Feeny wants to be there. We could screen share it one night. I feel like that like wouldn't work as well because then I wouldn't be able to like record it. Like I was just gonna like mute my desktop audio and get my like room mic or something and just like have me and Feeny sit here and like commentate and then, you know, just like record it and then there won't be any like visual or audio from the actual show. But if we screen share it one night, I won't be able to like mute the desktop audio because then you'll only be able to hear me and Feeny and everyone else will be muted because you're part of the desktop audio unless I figure out a way around that. I guess it's probably possible to set up just like, oh, here's like the Discord audio on like a separate track, but I don't know how to do that. I'm not like against you like participating, other guy. It'd probably be like a good idea to have you be a part of the experience. It's not going to be an interesting reaction. Your whole expectation is a 10-second clip near the end of the episode. Oh, it's not going to be an interesting reaction when I'm like trashing the episode the whole time and being horrified that there's like someone being diarrheaed on and I'm having to watch this. Like I know that's probably the expected reaction, but like surely somebody'd want to watch that. Rest of the episode's really tame. But I could make such a shitty clickbait title. I could be like, the most acclaimed animated episode ever. Here it is. Top rated animated episode of any TV show ever. Reaction. Whoa. And I could feel like an asshole after I upload that. But then it would get like, I don't know, like 100 views and then I'd feel a little better about myself. Here, how many? I gotta check something now. I uploaded I don't know if you were here, but I like reacted to that stupid radioactive mead video, and I uploaded that, and it got like 60. Yeah, it says here I got 64 views on that stupid reaction content. I still don't know why. Like that still baffles me to this moment. Like I'm like, why did 64 people like click on that? What are they thinking? Stop trying to make me hang out with my... I mean, I wasn't turning it into, whoa, content, whoa, reaction. I think you were turning into what I was already thinking as content, whoa, reaction into, let's watch it together. I don't know. We can just watch it together, whatever. The influencer brain. I mean, I guess I do kind of have that. That isn't incorrect. Guess I'm almost done. It's like, how many more lines are there? Wool and loop. God, I feel like that's like a really common thing for like content creators to like have though. It's just that whole thing where it's just like I can't play this game on my own because then I'm like missing out on content. Like that's like a thing I've heard like so many people talk about. That's just like a problem they have. And I'm just like, I definitely have that problem too. Like it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's a kind of a blessing and a curse. Because like recently it's caused me to like I've got a lot of fucking content I've been making recently because of that. Like I've been playing a fuck ton of Lies of P and I've been really enjoying it. And I really feel like it would just be like a waste to do that off stream. Like to just sit down and play a game for 12 hours and not have streamed it. Like why would I not stream it? Like if I'm gonna sit down and watch like an episode of a TV show I really, really, really don't want to watch, I might as well get to make a video out of it and like achieve something. You know? You know, I think I'm gonna go. I almost lost my trash can. I like emptied my drink and was gonna throw it in like the bottle in the trash can, and my trash can was moved and I forgot it had moved. But I don't know. Well, I appreciate everyone being here, as always. Really appreciate people showing up. Oh yeah, whoa! Before you go, read that, I guess. Is there anyone to raid? Not really. Hear you. I hear you all. Ooh, ooh. God, I'm never gonna be able to get rid of the Kiryu emote, am I? I thought it'd be funny to oh god. I thought it'd be funny to like replace that emote with Ichiban, but then it wouldn't make sense anymore. I like Ichiban way more. I like his game a lot more. Replace it with Ichiban, fuck. Yeah, but then it wouldn't make sense. Because it's the Kiryu emote, and that's the whole point of the emote. Like if I changed it to Ichiban, like it wouldn't have like its purpose anymore, you know? It lost like the joke. But I do really like that game, and I'm gonna get back to playing it one day. I've just been going crazy with Liza P. When did the whole inside joke start and progress? I think it was like your fault. Because I think I would just like tell Feeney that I like care, like I care him, and only I would like say it in a cute voice, so it would just be like, I care you, I care you, and you said it. I'm pretty sure it was you who said it sounded like I was saying Kiryu, like from Yakuza. So then and then I don't know whose idea it was to making an emote. It might have been my idea. I feel like it might have been my idea. I was like, Feeney, what if you made like a Kiryu emote where he's like, you know, he's holding a heart. He Kirs you, hee. And that kind of replaced the normal Moon's like love emote. It was during Elden Ring. Oh yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember like what I was doing when that happened. I'm really gonna have to go though. I gotta stop rambling or I'll be here forever. But thanks everyone for being here. I'll probably be live tomorrow around the same time. I'm not sure what I'll be doing, but I'm sure I'll be here. Maybe I'll finally play milk outside of a bag of milk. I don't know. I gotta go. Bye.